And where we're going to start is, of course, the biggest topic the biggest information that we got yesterday, and that is Lamar Jackson getting, I think it's called the non-exclusive franchise tag by the Ravens, meaning the Ravens still sort of kind of signed him to a deal-ish. However, because it's non-exclusive, other teams are able to try. They franchise tag Lamar Jackson. And other teams can still talk to him and try to give him a deal. And the Ravens have the opportunity to match whatever offer is made. And they're also able, if they do want to trade him, they get minimum 2 first-round picks. They say that nothing ever happens for the first time, meaning everything has happened before. It's just up to you to learn from either said mistakes or do it over again if it was successful. You hear that a lot in music. It's really rare that you'll get original music, or at least beats, because you hear a lot of samples or remakes and stuff. It's very rare that, well, yes, I'm not saying music is bad or music's not, everyone sounds the same. I'm just saying that it's very hard to get an original beat, an original, song these days, because everything has happened before, and it's up to you to learn from it or to duplicate it if it was successful. You see, the Ravens had every opportunity to not get to this point. You saw the Ravens were kind of in this situation before with Joe Flacco. They waited to the last minute to pay him. Joe Flacco then bets on himself the last year, wins a Super Bowl. Now they have to pay him more money because he's a Super Bowl champion. And don't get it twisted. The owners talk. The owners talk. You think that every owner didn't see what happened with Dak Prescott and Jerry Jones, how Jerry Jones waited to the last minute, and now everyone's looking and thinking, well, everyone pretty much thinks that Dak Prescott got overpaid because he held out as long as he did? The Ravens could have prevented this. The one thing that they say in sports, or one thing they say especially in basketball and football, is you do not wait till the ink dries before signing your player to another contract. Because usually if you wait till the ink dries and they're good enough to warrant another contract, they're going to need more. You don't wait until Russell Wilson gets his deal. You don't wait until Deshaun Watson gets his second deal. You don't wait until, because now here's what I think is going to happen. I think the owners have talked, and I think that there's a collective understanding that no one is to give Lamar Jackson $250 million guaranteed. Do I think it's fair? No. But I don't think anyone is going to give him that money. I also think the owners are saying the Ravens were able to do this because I think they have in the back of their mind, they believe that no one's going to give Lamar Jackson the contract that he's asking for. You see, the league can be a dirty game, man. Lamar Jackson deserves. Think about this. And like I said, the first 3 segments coincide. I'm going to talk about, there are players, and of course we'll talk about it a little in a second, but there are players that just sign new contracts, just sign new deals, that don't have half the resume that Lamar Jackson does, and they are currently making more money than him. You see, what I think people People don't understand how market works sometimes. What I think people don't understand, or let me say this, what I think the owners don't understand about the market is that it doesn't matter what another team did and if you like it or not. That is now the current market. Especially if the person that set the market, the contract that set the market was given to a person that doesn't honestly deserve that market. At that point, it doesn't matter. That's still the market. You see, I'm not going to argue, and I'm not going to sit here and say Deshaun Watson did or did not deserve the contract that he got from the Cleveland Browns. But he got that contract, meaning that is the market. Now, players like Russell Wilson, players like Kyler Murray, is on them to take less than that market. But when you have a player like Lamar Jackson, he wants the market. But again, the Ravens could have prevented this. You want my honest opinion about what's going to happen? I think the last thing that the Ravens wanted to do, I think the last option, or the last thing the Ravens should have done, was put Lamar Jackson, or give Lamar Jackson a franchise tag. Now I see what they're doing is they're trying to help, I guess, him find a market, and no, they're not. Because this is really what I think happened. I think that the league understands that the owners were very upset. The owners were very upset that the Cleveland Browns gave Deshaun Watson all that guaranteed money. And I think the owners made it a point to say, we cannot allow that to happen again. So now you have Lamar Jackson, that deserves the money he's asking for. And now I think that the Ravens put him on the non-exclusive franchise tag. And I don't think you've already heard about 5 teams that have been out on Lamar Jackson. This is huge because I honestly don't think Lamar Jackson will ever play another down. First, he has to be tenured. He has to sign the tenured. I wouldn't sign the tenure until July. Then you have to agree to play on the franchise tag, which I wouldn't. Or I would sign the franchise tag, but I'd hold out. I think we've seen. I was hopeful. I was very hopeful because it's just like, and I said this in last time we talked about this topic. How do you expect to trade a player that you've built your franchise around? You've built your entire team around this player. And now you're going to play hardball. I didn't understand that. But now I believe Lamar Jackson has played his last down as a Raven. One thing that people don't understand, or people don't really take into consideration about contracts and about negotiation, is the people aspect, is the person aspect. Once you disrespect somebody, or once somebody feels disrespected by you, it's very hard to come back from that. And Lamar Jackson is sitting here saying, I gave my body, because one thing that a lot of people like to bring up is the injuries. I gave my body for an organization. And while no, he hasn't won a championship or a Super Bowl, whatever you want to call it, I gave my body for this organization, and now the organization is talking about they don't trust me moving forward. That's what a contract symbolizes. A contract symbolizes trust. It symbolizes trust moving forward. And not signing to or not agreeing to a contract usually means that they don't trust you with whatever the terms of that contract states. Maybe they don't trust Lamar with that money because of the injury. But then Lamar Jackson's like, well, I got injured on your dime trying to win us a game. You see, all season, every time you heard, all you heard this season was Lamar Jackson was upset with the organization because of this contract. While yes, he did come to work and he was a good teammate and his teammates loved him, the reports are saying that they felt his frustration every single day, because it's like the organization gave up on me, or the organization doesn't trust me yet, and still they want me to go out and win them something. And trust and believe, bro, they are not winning without Lamar Jackson. I don't care what defense you build. I don't care. The Ravens are not winning without Lamar. So now, because they've put him on the non-exclusive franchise tag, yes, I understand that they can match any offer. Yes, I understand that they can trade him. I also understand that Lamar Jackson can play under the franchise tag. But I think that if they do not get a deal, if Lamar Jackson doesn't, because I honestly think the owners have talked, and I don't think that I don't think there's any team that's going to offer him exactly what he's asking for. So trust me, I think this is going to get a lot uglier than it is. Now, this is an ugly situation. This has been going on for 2+ years. The Ravens had 2+ years to get this right. Again, they say you don't let the paint dry on the first contract before you sign the other one. Oh, man, you stayed to the end of the video. I appreciate you. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you'll never miss any content from your boy. You can also go back and watch past episodes, past clips, and don't forget that the Unpopular Podcast, new episodes drop every Wednesday and Saturday. Appreciate you.